morning, everyone. I'm Reba, the host of Wellness Approach. I do have two clinics, Timeless RX and Primal RX, where we change lives. Today, we have Randy Newfield, one of my longtime patients, 10 years plus, where we're going to talk about his transformation, his lifestyle, how it has changed him with some of the things that we have here at Primal RX. Being in the military, Randy already had a structured life. And then after Katrina, life got in the way, and we're going to kind of start from there. Hi, Randy. Welcome.
Hey, Reba, how are you?
Awesome.
Good.
So let's talk about, we were talking earlier actually
Right.
about your lifestyle and how you've always done cleaning,
Right.
strength training, making sure that you always stayed healthy for you, your family.
Right.
And then you kind of fell off. Tell me what happened.
Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah.
It wiped out a lot of stuff. I actually just did a video on this the other day on my channel, and so basically, I lost all my income. I was just out of the military, just off active duty, and had two options: go back on active duty and make less than half of what I was making, or had a business associate that said, "You're pretty resourceful. I think you can figure this out." So talked to my warrant officer at the time. I was in the Marine Corps, active duty, hoorah, kill, kill, kill. And
That's
and
cute.
I was like, I love the Marine Corps. I love the country and everything it had done for me. I needed more money. I had twins on the way. I didn't want my wife to go back to work. And so I got in the trenches, did some of the nastiest. I mean, after Katrina, the refrigerators, the smell of the mold, the stagnant water that was just sitting in houses for days. And we went in and just started gutting houses. And from there, it turned into, hey, can you put it back together? And I was like, sure. And I had a little bit of construction knowledge at that time. I did a little bit when I was in college and through high school. So got my contractor's license, both state and commercial, and then kind of just took off from there. But had a lull. I was working 16, 18-hour days, was barely sleeping. I'd come home, fall asleep with the twins on each side, and wake up the next day and start over. And it was pretty wild for about the first 2 years of that. You know,
And so that's when you realize your health, your overall body was not optimized.
correct. I was used to eating 4 or 5 times a day. I was typically around 200 pounds, solid, lean. We had physical fitness tests. You had to be lean. You ran 3 miles. You did pull-ups, sit-ups, push-ups, all that kind of stuff, and I excelled. I was in a first class PFT, if you will. So, yeah, it got away from me for a little bit and got back into it, but in my late 30s, that's when I noticed, like, God, I just still kind of felt tired.
So then fast forward,
Yeah,
that's how you met me
yeah,
at Timeless RX.
yeah.
Yeah, around that
Kinda like
point.
I think it was more like, late 30s, early 40s, and, and I was like, "Alright, what can I do?" And I think my wife had heard about you from somebody else, and at that time, so a lot of people talking about peptides now, but peptides have been out for a while,
Many years.
many years, and, uh, and I had already done, I had done protein powders that were god awful. I'd done all kind of, this supplement, that supplement, so I was like, "Hey, I'm wide open to it," and that's what really started changing things around, giving me the energy, the longevity for a workout, stuff like that, endurance.
Exactly. So when Randy first came to me, we talked about that. We talked about how did you get here? What did that really mean to him? And changing his uh, treatment plan based on everything that we have here at Timeless and Primal RX, optimizing his hormones, making
Mhm.
sure his uh, diet, clean eating, strength training,
Right.
nutrition, and then it kinda fast forward with his wife and then your children,
Mhm.
who are now grown boys,
Grown it's
and
crazy.
you taught them,
Yeah,
how to eat and how
yeah.
to, strength train and, a lifestyle change. You know,
100%.
Western medicine does have a play a role in everything,
Right.
and but so then you kinda wanna make sure that you get all of your, uh preventative tests taken care of. How old are you now, Randy?
48.
Okay,
Don't
so
tell nobody.
I know, right? So I've been around for 14 years. So I remember I
Yeah,
guess about 12 years ago or something
yeah,
like that
yeah.
was when we met. And so telling someone in the audience, how do you do this? I mean, there is some discipline involved here.
100%.
So, and there is some consistency involved.
100%. Yeah.
So tell me what your
Well,
day looks like. Morning, breakfast, when do you exercise? All those
we just
things.
freaked out the camera lady talking about breakfast,
I
but
right.
I'll rattle it off real
Let's
quick.
do it.
I'm typically 5 eggs. I do carb cycle. So I do 5 whole eggs, by the way. Whatever the FDA says, forget about it. Okay. So 5 eggs, whole eggs. Sometimes avocado if I'm low carb, and if not, I'll do the eggs with carbs like either banana, blueberries. I like dates. Just I try to take in whole foods i- in every meal. It is very rare that I'm doing anything out of a box. At best, it might be a pasta that's organic and typically even gluten free, and even that, but that's not even the norm, you know. So I do rice. I like carbs. I like carbs before and after I work out. That's what works for me. I have an influx of water and salt, good salt, Celtic salt, before a workout, and then I get some caffeine. That's what works for me, and I make sure I eat roughly within an hour after training. That's critical. To me, it's kind of a critical window, and it's always been there. I like protein shakes, but I don't feel like, oh, I got to get a protein shake in after. If I'm eating good whole foods, it does the job.
So when you're talking about your workouts, tell me, is it more cardio? Is it like hit training? Tell me.
A little bit more hit training, I would say, than just full blast cardio. I've actually changed things up to walking, kind of because I had to. I think I got a torn meniscus. That sucks, but I got to go do an MRI, so I can't do sprints. I can't do some of the extra things I was doing, and so I said, all right, let me do the walking, kind of like a moderate pace walk, right? And that's been helping, and that's kind of been my cardio. Or I got a bike and I'll ride, and
Okay.
that's
All right.
Mhm.
So with your hormone optimization
Mhm.
and your peptides, do you feel a difference on and off? Because there are some times when you weren't taking the peptides and you got back on the
Yeah.
peptides. Did you feel a difference?
Yeah. Yeah, I have usually more energetic, better sleep, like the Ipamorelin CJC or Samorelin or Tesamorelin. Tesamorelin I would rather take in the morning. I find that one gets me a little, almost like a little boost of energy. The other two I can take at night, maybe an hour before, and it's a good deep sleep. Um, Along with GABA, I'll take that. That's kind of my little combination. Um,
What about the BBC 157?
Yep, for joints. I actually have uh, a labrum tear, which sucks, so I'm working through that. And I had stem cell, believe it or not, and by the grace of God, got 4 different ligaments healed. I had a torn bicep. I had a lot of crap that happened in a car accident. So I did all of that plus the BPC 157, and what's the other one?
The TB
TB.
500?
I did a little bit of the TB 500. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So the takeaway here is this isn't not a one size fits all. What worked for Randy may not work for you. And Randy, over the years, we've incorporated things and took off things and synergistically worked together. It's not just a one protocol.
Right.
It's over the years we've kind of changed things based on your lifestyle. Then we in turn got the wife to come. She's also a part of Timeless RX, and it's changed her lifestyle.
Mhm.
Tell me about that.
She's more energetic. She's able to, I think, go harder in the gym than maybe before. Because I mean, look, we really have like 5 businesses if you break it all out. We have a real estate brokerage, we have a real estate development team, we have a construction company, landscaping company, and then we do marketing. So we stay busy, and the reality is, even though I'm not still working out in the heat, I'm in the heat, I'm in and out, but I'm not doing a lot of the physical labor anymore. You're still your mind, right? Your
Right.
mind burns calories throughout the day. And so that's what she was dealing with a lot of. And so bringing her energy levels up, she's able to get in there and and really knock out a great workout.
Right. So
Yeah.
tell me about the boys. How old are they now?
So I got twin boys that'll be 21 next month, which is amazing. And my youngest, my baby, he's actually 20. He'll be 20, excuse me, in October. So I call them Italian triplets. So we are Sicilian and German and Sicilian. So, but hey, it's funny because we had them back to back, and it was wild. It was a lot.
So
A
you
lot of work.
incorporated into your lifestyle their lifestyle so they
Absolutely.
can clean, eat, and strength train and do all those things without looking at all those things online, trying to get the stuff online. They're always saying, "Hey, Dad, should I take this? Should I take that?" And you kind of redirect them
Correct.
and let them know to make sure you get things that are FDA oversight when it comes to peptides, when it comes to hormone optimization, right? So that's where we come in to make sure that no matter who you are at any different age, you want to make sure you're getting true, pure products that are clean
Right.
and no guessing, no mixing it with bacteriostatic water and getting something that's going to help you through that health journey, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So let's talk about our takeaway today is making sure that if we can help you in any way, shape, or form to be a Randy and to have that multi-level, I mean, all that diversity and vertical marketing that you do, which is amazing. I've worked well with Randy, with his family, and many patients like Randy itself. Come listen to us on the wellness approach. We have several different ideas how we can help you. Primal RX. Give us a call. Look at our website, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks, Randy, for joining today.
All right.